Hey guys, welcome to Cheryl Howard again of Tea with Jesus. I just wanted to mention I did a broadcast earlier, but this one I want to focus on the new mobile salon services that I am providing in Richmond, Virginia. I was told there were not a lot of services like what I'm offering, so that's a good thing for me. And I just want to get the word out there. I'm going to post this on YouTube as well, trying to reach people in Richmond, Virginia, especially that I'm providing natural hair care mobile salon services right in the privacy and the comfort of people's home. And so you can call me a personal stylist as well, and you don't have to get out your pajamas. You can just feel comfortable and just remain at home and get your hair did as well, and also buy some of the products that I make, because I use a lot of times for a lot of different my services. I use a lot of my own products that I custom made and I handcraft for my use and for my clients, and they can also buy it from my website at hisgardennaturals.com. And to book services, mobile salon hair care services, and find out what services I do provide, you can actually go to his GD in Naturals Mobile Salon Services. And actually I have a picture of it right here. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. This is on my tablet, just so you can see what the top of the website looks like. Here's Garden Naturals Mobile Salon Services. So I have quite a few pages. The home page, more about me as a licensed cosmetologist, my blog information, my body and hair products, when you can book an appointment, the different type of hair services that I provide. I have a program called Less for Your Tresses program, where I help, I like to provide pro bono services for women who are in shelters or transitional homes who are not able to afford hair care services. However, they're working with their agencies or mental health providers, social workers, social services, whatever, or shelters, as far as trying to get a job or go on job interviews. And I would like to provide those type, hair services that they need, so they can feel good, about going to these interviews, looking proper, looking professional, getting your hair done, and not worry about, wow, I can't afford $45. I can't afford $65 now to get my hair done. And so if anybody's interested, I receive and take donations for that service as well. I'm going to click on that page just to show you more about helping women in need as well. I've been to a lot of the shelters, New York, when I was in New York, and here, and of course work with clients who are in shelters. And this is a much needed services. Not only they love when you come and can provide spa services and treatment and just those good days when you get that spa care, but to be able to provide hair care services for them is like taking it to another level for them. So it's helping women in need. I hope it's not backwards up here, and I'm trying to get it angled right. But yeah, it's a program under His Garden Naturals. It's designed to serve women who are underserved by providing hair care services for free or at discounted prices. Women who have natural hair care, who want natural, hair care salon services, to prepare them for the job interviews referred from nonprofit or profit organizations and agencies that help women and children and families. Prospective candidates, women must have proof of interview date and referral form approval from such agencies or organizations, which includes churches and outreach ministries as well. So, and then once they have that, then I can provide the services I need. And I'm also trying to build a team for anybody who lives in Richmond, Virginia, who is interested. I also have the link here, PayPal, on the site, where you can submit donations straight to His Garden Naturals Mobile Salon, so I can keep those on reserve to provide hair care services. I have a link with one shelter already down here, and I just have to make some more phone calls when everything is official and I receive some new donations, and then we can set up like days or dates where I can come in and actually provide the services as well. So I'm excited about that as well. But I want to talk to you more about the services I provide for you who need a personal stylist and like the idea of having someone come into your home where you can stay comfortable and get your hair done. This is really great for moms, new moms, or moms, period. You have kids, it's hard to get out the house, and then you don't like to subject your kids to expose them to the toxins, in salons and the chemicals that are in salons. It's not really a healthy place to bring children to salons. Sometimes people have no choice, mothers have no choice, but to minimize and to eliminate that whole option, you know, that's when mobile salon concierge services come into play at. And so I like the fact that I can come and set up a session with you in a consultation first initially, and then find out what your needs are and what kind of and if I have the right services to fit you, to fit your needs, and then I can come into your home and provide the services for you as well. Oh yeah, I have my little cape, my smock, and his Got Naturals Mobile Salon Services. So I wish the Ustream screen was wider because it is small and I can't get rid of the bottom portion of this video, the broadcast or whatever. So yes, some of the services, I am going to name them for you. I did a broadcast earlier about scientific brushing and how that is a special hair and scalp treatment for the purpose of stimulating hair growth, improving your scalp, you know, eliminating or decreasing the amount of dry scalp issues, but the amount of dandruff for those who suffer with a lot of dandruff problems. Scientific brushing is very beneficial because it improves your scalp. It improves blood circulation to your scalp. And moisture, because it helps to bring up your natural sebum, which is your body's own natural moisturizer, to moisturize your hair and your scalp. And so it improves your scalp, which improves your hair and your whole overall health of your hair and your scalp as well. So under natural services, extensions and styling services, I have that as well. The follows: I provide natural hair care, including twists, locks, braids with your own natural hair without the extensions right now, Nubian comb twist, cornrows. I do children hair as well. I've done a lot of hair care for seniors and people with disabilities as well. And I'm really trying to extend those services too and make it more comfortable for them. And box braids as well, natural hair care. Now, the treatments I provide, of course, with the regular services, washing sets, finger waves, which I hear is back in style, especially in New York. Everybody just seems to be rocking the finger waves. I love to do finger waves. However, I don't really do chemical services anymore. But if you already have a chemical in your hair and your hair is straightened, then I can do some finger waves for you. Those are fun to do. Wraps and doobies, the typical wraps and doobies, and straw, spiral rod twist sets as well. Going down to ironworks. Of course, I do the regular natural press and curl, updos, ponytails, shampoo, blow curls, French rolls. People still wear French rolls today. Shampoo, blow, and flat iron your hair as well. Treatments I provide are, of course, moisturizing and conditioning treatments, whether it's a leave-in. I'm usually leave-in, whether you get a special treatment or not, I'm going to give you a leave-in. But if you're going to get a special treatment, then you don't need the leave-in. Conditioning and moisturizing treatments. Hair cutting and trimming. Scientific hair brushing, which I mentioned, which helps to stimulate hair growth circulation. Using natural bristle brush to help stimulate the hair growth and to cleanse your hair as well. Polishing the hair. See, the sebum also helps to polish, and then you start to see that natural moisture that you already have in your body, but it needs to be stimulated. The follicles need to be stimulated as well to bring that blood flow to the surface of your scalp. It removes dirt and dandruff, so it serves multi-purpose. Stimulate sebaceous glands to increase the flow of natural sebum, as I mentioned before, which is natural moisture, natural oil, and it distributes it from the root of your hair into your hair strands. It encourages hair growth and fullness of hair as well. Hair and scalp treatments adds moisture and elasticity, so I do the hot oil treatment, still good. I am in the process of purchasing a steamer for the hair, but you know what? Right now, you still can do the good old-fashioned put some treatment on your hair, sit under put a plastic cap on top of your head, sit under that dryer for a good 10, 15, or 20 minutes, and that heat will help the oils and conditioner to penetrate through the hair, as long as there's no blocking chemicals or agents in it, such as petroleum and mineral oil, which actually blocks a lot of the natural oils and things that you may have in a product from really penetrating into the hair shaft and into their scalp, because they block it. And they block your pores, so the hair, those beneficial ingredients can't really get into where it needs to be, and that goes through your pore, your scalp. and into your hair, into the strands as well. No price is set in stone. I just want to make that clear. This is on writing, but I wanted to come by way of visual, you know, and just to really get more into the services that I provide. No price is set in stone. Total prices will be determined by factors such as style, density of hair, because you know the fuller your hair is, the longer a style can take. The density, the thickness of your hair, the size and the length, of course, texture and treatment needed, because some texture hair may take longer to work on. And then if your hair is damaged, you may need additional services. So all that have to be taken into consideration so that's why no price can't be set in stone. You know, a person who has maybe just 2 inches of hair, her hair style may be completed in an hour. And someone, of course, this is common sense, with additional 2 or 4 inches of hair may take 2 hours to do. So of course prices are depending upon that. Styles with extensions, I do cornrows, kasamas. Those are like the thick braids. Some people call it poetic justice. That's just the street term, the slang term for it, I guess. Box braids, micro braids, faux, genie, yarn, silky locks. You know, it's called all of those. It's lock extensions, but they're called faux locks and genie locks and silky. I do the silky locks as well, where you use the straight synthetic hair and it just have more of a shine to it. And using the Molly hair if you want more of that natural look, that more kinky look for your locks as well. And then regular synthetic hair, and also using yarn. So, you know, that services, a lot of people like it and prefer it because yarn is light. Usually people say it take a little longer to take out, to uninstall. However, it's very light. So you can have a head full of yarn locks and it feels like you only have about 10 on your head because it's very light. It's not as heavy as the synthetic hair. I'm looking like Black Farrah Fawcett today, so you know. Other services, the other braids are we mentioned the micro braids, lacy tree extensions. You know, that's the when you add on, you know, the box braids and then you leave the ends out. As you go down, you just leave pieces of the hair sticking out so it can look natural. Sometimes it's called invisible braids as well. And I have individual goddess braids, jumbo silky locks, goddess cornrows, chunky yarn twists. Those are like the real big double strand twists. Flat twist, single or double strand. Senegalese twist, which is very popular, and everybody always asks me, can you give me easily the yarn braids or Senegalese twist I get? Kinky Senegalese twist, the more of the kinkier type of texture and more of a curly look. Corkscrews. Haven't done that in a while. Braid twist touch-ups as well. So I touch up the edges of the braid, or if you need some of the braids to be refreshed so it can look new and you can kind of wear that style a little longer. I help you cultivate locks, beginning locks, fresh locks, lock maintenance, so there's the retwisting, there's the conditioning, there's the hot oil treatment of it all, there's the styling of it as well. Individual goddess braids, jumbo individual fishtail braids, lock and coloring, locks as well, that also come in the maintenance. Hair weaving, I do sew-ins. I don't do glue. I don't like to mess with the glue. I don't like the chemical in the glue and how it can affect the hair in a negative way. I just prefer not to. Now, I have sometime had clients who maybe just had bangs or just little pieces they wanted to wear like a temporary style, but I don't do full head gluing on tracks. I just prefer not to do that because, again, my specialty is hair care, so I try to stick with that as much as possible. But like I said, I'll do partial, like bangs, or you just want certain pieces gluing, I'll do that, but I really mostly focus on just sewing right now. Sewing with the net and the cap as well. And I was getting into the Hollywood style secret seamless extensions, but I don't do that right now. Chemical services, I'm coming away from how I do coloring. I'm moving away from chemical straightening hair, which is relaxers. Really moving away from that. But however, if you do have a relaxer in your hair and you need your hair to be cared for in between your chemical application session with your client, with your regular salon stylist, then I can do that for you as well. But if you go to a stylist and you're getting your hair done already with that, then, of course, I would advise you to stay with her. Only if you feel like you need extra treatment or extra hair care, or you want services in your home when it's convenient for you, you're not always able to get out and make it to the salon, then I can provide in-home services for you, in-home hair care services. And of course, you can call me, you can contact me either on hisgardennaturals.com or info@hisgardennaturals. That's my email. My other email you can reach me is byanointhands, byanointhds. I didn't spell the whole word hands out. So I have byanointhds@yahoo.com, or again at info@hisgardennaturals.com, which is easy to remember. Or you can go to nurtured naturally by C, the letter C, at gmail.com. And I'll try to show that to you so you can look at it, because if you're like me, all that just kind of went out my head. People try to give me information real quick. I'm like, huh? What was the first letter of the email address? And you'll also see the prices and everything for all the services that I just mentioned on the website. So I want to go over that. I did a broadcast earlier about my products. So I make natural hair care products, and you'll see that as well on hisgardennaturals.com. And I'm actually running a special right now, $5 off any 8-ounce jar of hair and body butter. You know, you can use it all over your hair, your scalp, your body. It's all natural. It's to use all over. It's great. The only thing that might not be natural in some of them is just fragrance oil that I use, but it's harmless. I get it from a good source. And then most of the other ones that have any aroma is from the essential oils that I use that are natural. And I have a natural and organic ingredient in my products as well. One of the things I talked about earlier a little bit, but I wanted to get into more, was my tea tree. It's called Refresh Tea Tree Almond Shampoo. It's for all over your body. So it's great for your hair and scalp to stimulate hair growth. Talking about stimulation of hair growth, is very good to stimulate hair growth because I have essential oils in it, and I have leafy essential oils such as rosemary, peppermint oil, and tea tree oil, which are very beneficial for stimulating hair growth. And it's feeling that soothing sensation, so it cools your scalp down. It's very good if you're trying to control the dandruff or trying to eliminate it altogether. Constant use of it. I have reviews from people who've used the Refresh Tea Tree Almond Shampoo and said their scalp is in so much of a better condition than it was prior to using it, till they hardly get dandruff now, and their scalp doesn't itch as much. And one of my clients said her scalp don't even itch like it used to. So she uses it all the time, and then she do her cold washes in between. And she uses my body butters as well to take care of her hair and her locks. And so she's very satisfied with it. So I'm so happy, because that's what I made it for. You know, for that people who want to soothe, especially people who got eczema or just have that real itchy scalp. I had a child client who had very poor scalp condition, and she was prescribed a medicated shampoo by her dermatologist. However, her mother really preferred to use my shampoo because, first of all, it was natural, because a lot of those medicated shampoos, they're drying to the hair. So it may help the scalp for a temporary amount of time, but the hair was so drying, because I've used it before, and people who come into the salon, or I'm going to their home, and they say, please, you have to use the shampoo, so I use the shampoo because it was prescribed for them, and it's helping their scalp in one area, but then it leaves the hair very dry and brittle. So now I got to go in and do all this extra conditioning and hot oil treatments just to restore the hair's and to add moisture to their hair, the moisture that they lost, their natural sebum that's been extracted from the hair due to the use of that harsh shampoo. So and so I'm not knocking it, because sometimes people have, there's some poor condition, hair condition and scalp condition out there that they tried everything and nothing seemed to work for them, to at least give them that quick gratifying relief. But sometimes using natural products may work a little slower, and you have to use them over and over again. But most of the time, you'll have more long-term progress or long-term results using natural products. If you use them consistently, and that's the key, use them consistently, you will see, and then you'll see more of a long-term results from it, and you can throw away those. Sometimes you have to wean yourself off of. So I don't want anybody to just stop using it, but find something that works for you natural, and if you get that, why not use that? Especially something that provides natural moisture to your hair as well. So it's multi-purpose. It's taking care of the scalp issue at the same time. It's providing you moisture and shine, manageability, detangling, you know, results. And that's what people want overall. So if you can get all of that in one bottle, so you could, you know, use that. So I want to show the Refresh Tea Tree Almond Shampoo. Again, this here is an all-over shampoo. If I hadn't mentioned it before, I mentioned it in my other broadcast. You use it all over your body. So my clients and customers are using it as a shower wash and as shampoo. So again, one of my specialties is creating products that have a multi-purpose to it. So you can use it all over. So you can go in that shower and wash your hair and your body at the same time, come out invigorated, you're good to go. And you just go in and do the services. The rest of the, whatever you was going to do with your hair, you can finish styling your hair as well. So I did want to mention that. So, but I just wanted to really get out that I'm doing mobile salon services. So if you know anybody, even somebody with a disability, the only thing is right now, I don't have the sink, that I can use to make, you know, help clients to feel comfortable. I do have a disability because I do take in consideration that sometimes it's really hard to kind of lean over and use the sink, you know, whatever. But other than that, most of my clients love it. They love it because it don't even take that long to do that. However, right now, anyway, because I'm providing natural hair care services, most of my clients have their hair pre-shampooed before I even come to them, unless they want a special service dealing with scalp care and hair care, and they need that shampoo and that conditioning treatment in their hair. Other than that, if they want any other services, they can go ahead and pre-wash their hair, and I'll just come and do the styling, you know, for you as well. So I am offering that here in Richmond, Virginia, and I also offer group packages or group services to those who may live 2 hours, 2.5 hours outside of Richmond, Virginia, because, you know, got to provide transportation. So there is an additional fee for that, of course. If there's a group of 2 or more, I can come and bring my services to you as well. A lot of college students like the idea of doing that. Bridal parties, brides, people who they want to have a spa day or a natural hair care, create recreational activity, you know, in a party or something like that. If they're having something at their home and they want to add a special service to it, say I come in and I do like a quick service. It can be maybe hairstyling, hair curling, a quick updo flat twist, you know, things like that, an updo style, and they want to provide it. They can pay. I had someone who made an inquiry a couple of weeks ago, and I'm waiting to get back to her because she was actually having surgery. She wanted to surprise a couple of women in her organization, and she wants me to come in and provide them hair care services without them knowing. So she's really trying to set up those services with me where I can kind of come in and surprise them. Her challenge is to get them all together at one time, and I can bring the mobile salon services and she'll pay for it up front. So that's also another option as well. So there's so many different things, services or packages or specialty I can provide, you know, doing mobile hair services that I couldn't necessarily provide working in a salon, and that I can just give you that one-on-one, which people like the idea of having their personal stylist come to them in their home and just provide all of that for them, you know, and they can just stay home and do what they have to do. I've worked with women who are nursing their babies. They're new moms and they're nursing their babies, so they don't want to bring their baby into the salon. And it's a natural thing. I breastfed my child. It's awesome. It's like the best you can give them. However, not everybody's comfortable with it, and not every woman wants to go into the salon and then have to do that and then subject, again, the child to breathing in all those chemicals that are not healthy for them, period. Or it's not even healthy for us. But that's a whole nother broadcast. But yeah, so I'm providing that as well. So if you want to contact me again, also my number is 718-640-4719. If you want to get a quick 15-minute free consultation. If you want a one-on-one consultation, we can set that up, but that is an additional fee as well, because I will come to you and do a one-on-one, and I'm going to call it hair analysis, but I can kind of look and see the health of your hair, and then we can really find out what kind of services you do really need, and hopefully it'll be an ongoing services so you can really get the benefits of mobile salon services. I want to go to my contact page, book us page actually, so my information is up there. because I'm trying to remember all of the emails and everything. I'm getting tongue twisted. So let me enlarge this a little bit more. Right now, I'm doing most of my services on Friday evenings and Saturdays, and even Sunday afternoons and evenings as well, depending on what's planned on Sunday afternoon. Now, let me see. I have a form on the website that you can actually fill out. I'm just going to show it here. Oh gosh, got to get this thing lined up right. So you can use this form on the website. All consultations are done in person are $5, $10, or $20, depending on the travel time and expenses, depending on how far you live. I don't want to go no further than a half hour. That's where you get into the $20 or more range. And I have the times that I provide services, and I have the form that you can fill out, and you can put in what type of service you want. And I have that here on the form. Trying to line this thing up with Ustream is just like, oh, hard. Okay, there we go. Right there, right there. And you can scroll down to see all the different hairstyles and services that you want as well. And again, you can call me. You can go online and fill out a form. That's even easier, because then I check my email like every day, a couple of times a day, to see who submitted a form from the website. And again, the mobile salon website is hisgdnaturalsmobilesalon.com, and the products is hisgardennaturals.com, which also has the link to the mobile salon services, so you can just go there and be connected to everything on there. I am on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as His Garden Naturals. I'm on Twitter, His Garden Naturals. Periscope. I do broadcasts on Periscope. I've using Blab, but I'm using Blab for my other services that I offer as life coaching services. But I will be utilizing that as well for His Garden Naturals. And I'm using Ustream, like you see me using right now. I'm trying to make sure I got all the social media covered. I'm on Facebook, His Garden Naturals, Mobile Salon and Spa. But you just type in His Garden Naturals and you'll find it. I have a group called Nurtured Naturally by Cheryl, because I also have a blog. And I'll go through the blog at a separate broadcast, because that's more detailed as well. I don't want to spend another hour on that. But I do have a blog, and you can access that also from the two websites that I mentioned, especially on hisgardennaturals.com. There's a link to the blog. There's a link to the, you can buy the products on that website. And you can also go into my mobile salon services. So everything is on that site, to make it much easier. So I mentioned Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest, His Garden Naturals as well. And I'm always posting photos of my clients after I do their hair, do-it-yourself projects, and just a lot of other people who are into the whole natural hair care industry, and also my products and a lot of other things centered around natural hair care. What I like about the blog and the Pinterest is because I'm a holistic person, so I like to deal with the whole person. So dealing with, nurturing and caring for your whole body, your hair, your relationships. So many things, your home, your families. And so there's a lot more information on Pinterest and my blog as well. And also the interaction. And then I get to talk to you, get to leave comments. If you have questions, I can talk to you directly on my posts. Blog post, which I found which is good because it's interesting, and that's why I like the blog, because it's very interesting, meeting new people and sharing insight and offering information that may be helpful and beneficial to people who come by and visit as well. So, and I've also post my broadcasts as well on the blog. Nurtured Naturally by Cheryl.com is the blog, if you want to go directly to it. So anyway, I'm going to end this broadcast. I have a client to run to, speaking of clients, in a few minutes. So I just wanted to introduce His Garden Naturals Mobile Salon, share with anybody. This is going to be uploaded on YouTube, and hopefully people on YouTube that live in the Richmond, Virginia area will see the broadcast, and they can go ahead and they can book their session, because a lot of people say they just like the idea of having a personal stylist again and not going out to the salon all the time. And that's okay. And so I'm providing that type of service. I wish you well. You have a blessed day. Have a blessed evening. And I hope to see any of you broadcasters. I hope to be able to provide services for you in the comfort of your own home. This is Cheryl Howard. I don't know if I mentioned my name before. Cheryl Howard of His Garden Naturals and His Garden Naturals Mobile Salon.